Okay, hello. So today I realized that I just accidentally bought so many books, okay? I pre-ordered a book. I made a thrift books order that just arrived today. Oh my god. And then today I went to Goodwill and found some books and Half Price Books and found some books. So I thought I would do a little collective book haul. Oops. Okay, so let's start first things first. I pre-ordered this book a long time ago. I've literally moved since I pre-ordered this book. This is Brooke Averick's book. Jesus. Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. Okay, this will also be my next read. I just finished. My cat's going crazy. I just finished Interview with a Vampire, and as much as I would like to dive directly into the Vampire Lestat, I've been waiting to read this for so long. And me and my best friend pre-ordered it. Oh my god, this is so cute. We pre-ordered it at the same time and have been waiting to read it together, and she's already started it. So I really gotta get on this one. It doesn't seem like a super long book. It's like, I think maybe probably right at 300 pages. 288. So there's that. So next is my thrift books order, and there's still one more book coming in this order. I guess it came like from a separate warehouse. And I can't remember what that it is. It's like a Nora Roberts book. It's some sort of like romance novel that I think I saved on my Goodreads. I have been eating my liquid lunch for my braces. I have been really into romance novels, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, you know what? I don't care. So I don't have a lot of them. I wasn't super big into romance novels, and my cats are playing over there and they're being really cute. I wasn't necessarily super into romance novels, and slowly I've just gotten really into them. I think actually this might be a romance novel, or like there is some sort of romance, like major plot point. So most of this thrift books haul is romance novels. First up, I have this book called People Watching. I read this fall, like a super fall romance novel, and I can't remember what it was. It was like this guy owned a bakery, and this girl was taking over her inn for her mom who died. I literally cannot remember the name of the book, but this gets recommended a lot along with that book, so I thought that I would check it out. Oh my gosh, it also takes place in Canada. I just read an Elsie Silver book, and I'm like, what is up with all these Canada books? But that's okay. Next is Things We Never Got Over. This one's kind of beat up. That's okay. This is a Lucy Score book, and I have not read anything else from her except for I read the series. Dude, my brain is rotten to the core. What the heck? The series about the psychic. The first book is The Dead Guy Next Door. I love those books. I ate them up. Okay, there's like 4, and I read them so fast. Okay, I read all of them very, very, very quickly. So I thought maybe give another one of her series a chance. I don't know if this is a series or a duet. I wonder if it says like how many books are in this series. Sometimes they do, like in the front. Oh, Riley Thorne. There we go. The Riley Thorne series. I really, really recommend those. They're very goofy, quirky. Okay, but they're really good. Okay. These do not seem to be listed in here. So I don't know, maybe there's 3 books. I think there's 3 of these. Okay. DoorDash gift card. Okay, and then the last book that arrived, girl, I'm gonna be honest, I went out through books and read romance, and I'm starting to think that I think this is maybe something I'm not actually gonna be into. Oh, yep. Well, okay, well, we're just gonna read it and see. I guess this girl that I follow on YouTube, oh, there's like a playlist in the front. That's cool. Haley Jean, she actually makes ASMR videos, but she also has a regular YouTube channel, and she makes a lot of book videos. And I think that she's really into Penelope Douglas, I think. So that's going to make me feel a little bit better, but this is seeming, actually, I think, this might not be for me, okay? But we're going to see. Okay, so that's all of the books that I bought online. And then today, I went to the Goodwill in the Half Price Books, and I found some books, okay? So, again, another fall romance novel, this pumpkin spice cafe thing. Obviously, this has been super popular, and I've had it on hold with my library on Libby for so long. I think when I signed up, the whole time was no joke, like 90 weeks or something crazy like that. So, I saw it at Half Price Books, and I figured I'll just buy it. And then I got this book, Once Is Not Enough. This is by the same lady who wrote Valley of the Dolls, which is on my TBR. All these books are going to go on like my TBR shelf. I'll show you guys that. It's in my bedroom. I'll show you that in this video. Who cares? But this is written by the same lady who wrote Valley of the Dolls. And I haven't read Valley of the Dolls yet, but I really just have a feeling. I really like Joanne Didion and that kind of like old Hollywood, grimy California sort of vibe. So I figured I would just go ahead and pick this up because it was at Half Price Books. Boom. And then next, I think at Half Price Books I spent like $26, but I had $20 cash in my wallet. So basically I only spent $6. Also, I went to Half Price Books to find the second vampire book, the Vampire Lestat, and they didn't have it. They didn't have any of, what is it, the Immortals series? Is that what that one's called? I don't know if I'm going to read all 13 of the books, I'm going to be honest, but I will for sure be reading the next one at least, after I just read Interview with the Vampire. And they didn't have it. And then I texted my boyfriend, and he was like, oh, I actually think I have it. And he doesn't. He has like 10 other Anne Rice books, but not that one. That's okay. So this is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I've been wanting to read this, and I've also been wanting to watch the show, but I have this problem where I will not watch a show or a movie that has a book if I want to read the book first. Because once I watch the show, like, I'm not going to read it. I'm just not, like, very rare cases. I guess, like, I was just talking about it, but Interview with the Vampire is one of those. I've seen the movie a long time ago. I kind of only remember the first part of the movie. And then I was like, well, I really want to read the books, give it a shot. So I did really want to watch the show, and I did wait to watch the show until I read the first book. I read the book, and then I just started the show last night, which I think this show is so good. I'm really excited about it. And I want to read Vampire Lestat first before the next season of the show comes out, because that's what it's based off of. So, anyways, all that to say, Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. This is a book about 2 best friends. I think one of them gets cancer, and I have a best friend who I love very deeply, and this I think is really going to get me, okay? Next is Circe. Okay, now we're moving into the Goodwill books, okay? And this is the last well, you'll see. This is the last like new book, I guess, if that makes sense. This copy is kind of really, really beat up, but that's okay. My best friend read this last year, I think, and it seemed like she really liked it. So, it was at Goodwill, and I think it was like $1, so I just got it. Okay, now. Okay. I am a Twilight fan, okay? And when I read the first book, I got it from the library, okay? And I really loved it. Actually, my stepmom got it from the library to read, and she didn't even end up reading it. I read it, and I read it in like 2 days. I was obsessed, okay? Consider me obsessed. So, that year for Christmas, my dad and my stepmom got me all of the Twilight books, and they got me like the white edition, like the red and white edition. And unfortunately, my crazy cat, Clementine, spilled water all over it somehow. Like there was a glass of water and she spilled it and the books got moldy. Okay, well, color me surprised when I walk into Goodwill today. These are not in order. We'll get them in order. And sure enough, here they are. Okay, let's get these in order. Okay, we've got Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. I think this one comes next, but it's like not really, okay? And then even Midnight Sun, White Edition. The Midnight Sun is a little like worse for wear. Oh, okay, this is my kind of girl. Menthol Views Packs as her bookmark. I kind of want to keep that in there. That's amazing. Okay, so I have not read all the Twilight books. I'm going to be honest. I know I just said I'm like a huge fan. I didn't keep up with the movies, and like I said, I like don't want to keep. It's hard for me to read something after I've already consumed the other media. So, I've read Twilight. I've read New Moon. Yeah, that's it. So really, I still need to read these, okay? Actually, I think I did read Eclipse also. It's been a long time because I read these when I was in middle school. We'll see. I honestly could probably go for a full reread of the series anyways. I just recently went to Japan and watched every Twilight movie on the flight home. And it's funny because I was like scrolling through the movies on the plane and I said, oh my God, they have all the Twilight movies on here. And then the girl behind me said the same thing to her boyfriend and she was like, I'm watching all the Twilight movies. Okay, I watched all the Twilight movies. At the end of the flight, her boyfriend was like, did you watch them all? And she said, no, I only got through the first 2. I was sat, okay, booked and busy. Okay, I was watching Twilight. So, I unfortunately, this is kind of gross, but I did keep my moldy copies as display, and I will be unfortunately throwing them away. That's painful to say, but I mean, they're moldy and they're gross. So I'm going to put all these books away and I'll show you my TBR shelf. And then, yeah, the other book that's coming, I really can't remember. It's like a Nora Roberts novel or like Julia Quinn or something like that. It's like Flower something. I'll look and I'll report back, okay? But this is my accidentally gigantic, at least to me, book haul. And I will be purchasing the Vampire Lestat. I guess I'm gonna see what it's on, but I need it immediately because after I read the Brooke Averick book, I'm probably gonna jump right back into that series. Okay, so we're in my sewing and craft room / where most of my books live, and you can see up here there is my, that's so weird, how do I move? There's my OG Twilight series. It is kind of paining me to get rid of it, but it's like not, also Hunger Games is up there, all the Hunger Games books. It is like kind of paining me to get rid of it just because it's like sentimental, but it's not good to keep the books. I think it's Breaking Dawn that is molded. She feels bad. Do you hear her? She feels guilty. So I'm gonna put these up there. These are some more books I've read. And then this, I'm gonna flip the camera, but the lighting in here is so bad. This is like my big bookshelf. This is my Junie B. Jones books. These are some of my books I have recently finished reading. This is just my, yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, this is my big bookshelf. A lot of the books on here I have already read, but some of them are just, yeah, waiting to be put on my TBR shelf. So yeah. Okay, so here we are in my bedroom, and this is my TBR shelf. This rug underneath it is crooked. Clementine likes to hide underneath the rug, so it's always moving. But I got this shelf at an estate sale, for $25, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, there's really no rhyme or reason. I mean, these are romance books. This is a book my stepmom lent me. But yeah, everything on here is like stuff I haven't read yet, but I want to. Not super daunting. I mean, I would like, just for look's sakes, for this to be full at some point. But do I need to keep like buying books? No. So anyways, this is my TBR shelf. Maybe I'll make like a video one day, just like going through what's on the TBR shelf. There's also a bunch of bookmarks just like randomly splayed all over it. Yeah, maybe I'll go through what's on the TBR shelf at some point, but that's my book haul and mini bookshelf tour. Hopefully some people watch this. Hopefully you guys like it, and tell me what you're reading right now.